Okay, today I'm out exploring, and I mean, there's a lot to do in Riyadh. This is a very modern city. I was in Diriyah a couple of days ago, and that's the old bit. But here, in this, there's not a lot of old stuff left. The city's sort of like 100 years old. The stuff that's still standing, the old stuff is 300 years old. But generally, everything else around here, I mean, look at it. The tube, the underground, or the metro, is obviously one of the most modern metros on the planet. And this is it. Sun's out, beautiful day. Time to explore. Woo! One of the things I've noticed about being in Saudi is they're very kind to animals, and it's not uncommon to see cat food all over the place. There's not many dogs here. Dogs in this particular part of the world are not loved animals. In fact, it's good. I think it's something to do with Islam, perhaps. But they are regarded very lowly, and cats are very much respected here. So there's cats everywhere. There's hardly any dogs. Obviously it's great because there's hardly any dog shit, but I love dogs, I have to be fair. So the concept of having a dog in your house as a pet in this country is very, very foreign. That just doesn't happen. People have dogs to look after their herds of sheep and goats, but that concept of having an animal like a dog in your house, I haven't met a single Saudi with a dog, put it that way. The metro in Riyadh, it's a lot cleaner than the one in London, that's for sure. It's beautiful. The stations here are really new. I think the traffic here is crazy, so getting cars and stuff, not really an option. Unless you want to spend 45-50 minutes in the traffic. But getting the metro apparently is really good. There you go. No graffiti here, no litter. I mean, it's clean. Another interesting thing about here on the tube, on the metro, you have the men's sections, the family sections, and the ladies section. You can't go into the ladies section at all, so it's all segregated. But I mean, it's a really good system. Over here, you've obviously got Shia and Sunni Muslims, and obviously over the course of being here for a month, I've understood what the difference is. This is a Sunni cemetery. There's no headstones or anything here. It's just literally. They put you in the ground, they put a rock on top, and that's it. Today, I'm just out pounding the pavement, and obviously everyone has stopped past. Extraordinarily friendly. Everyone's like, yeah, do you need help? Do you need some directions? I mean, beautiful people, Saudis, really beautiful people. I highly recommend anyone coming to Saudi, but remember, treat the place with respect the local customs and the culture, and have a great time, because these people are something special. If anyone wants to come to one of the most kindest places in the world, come to Saudi. You're never alone in Saudi, and every person is a potential friend to be met. So, Saudi, that's where it's at. The level of construction here, everywhere, is on an unprecedented level. I've never seen anything like it. This is just one area of Riyadh, and this is central. I mean, obviously up north, where Fitz and I went to Neom for the line, that was of biblical proportions. But there's just so much building going on here. Watching a guide take around a group, and he's talking about the history and the origins of writing, and he's completely negated Hebrew, which is a real surprise, actually. Especially because in the Quran, I've started reading the Quran just as a history book, and I wanted to understand a bit more. And there's so much crossover between the Torah, the book of the Jews, the Bible, and the Quran. And the same characters are in all three of them. Obviously, there's no prophet of Muhammad in the Bible. There's a real reluctance here on a faith base to acknowledge other faiths and the sort of interwovenness that they have. Now, this is obviously not a post about faith, but it's a post about history. And I'm at a museum. And the history's slightly distorted because clearly, if anyone knows anything about history, you'll know that obviously Judaism started, then you have Christianity, and then you have Islam. That's the chronological order of the three faiths. And a lot of the books are the same. I'm reading the Quran, as I said before, just to find out as a historical book, which is really interesting because obviously there's Genesis in it, there's Moses in it, there's Jesus. Jesus' name is mentioned 76 times in the Quran, more than Muhammad's. Negation, this lack of wanting to accept that the prophets in the Quran, like Abraham, Ishmael, they're all Jews. And yet it's crazy that the world is destroying itself on the back of religion. That's what I can't understand. It's hard to work out where to get in. It's very tastefully done here, I have to say. This country has got a lot of mirrored buildings with it, ultra modern and stuff. And unfortunately, sometimes they really clash with the environment. And sometimes the contrast is good, sure. But, when we're in Alula and you have the beautiful, terracotta coloured mud brick houses and stuff, and they really sort of merge well with the environment. And I really like that. But sometimes the mirrored sort of skyscrapers and stuff, great in the city. But, when you go out to the country towns, and every country town's got like a sort of this ultra modern mirrored mall and stuff, it's not so great. But anyway. The great thing is all the signs here are in obviously Arabic and most of them in English. The level of English in Saudi Arabia is phenomenal. I know it's taught at all the schools, but it really is at a very high standard. These are the royal cars, and they're in great shape. I mean, they look brand new.